Hello, this is Ted from ClassHero. Today I'd like to show you what the HMH or Into Reading curriculum looks like in ClassHero for the New York City schools. So I've made a demo account and I shared it with you, and I want to kind of walk you through what the curriculum looks like here in ClassHero. So the first thing is I've given you the login information, and when you click and log in, the first time when you log in, or when you log in, because HMH has some interesting login peculiarities, I would call it. We ask that we have this teachers log into their HMH account here, and all I have to do is click on this, and it'll take them right to the login for New York City. They copy this text and they launch the teacher's guide to start the session. That ensures that all the resources that they have will be able to be accessed. So that's what they do upon logging in. So when they log in and have it, and I can't do it because I'm not a teacher, but I have logged in and got myself set up. So here's what you will see. And what we've done is we've taken the New York City, what I would call the instructional routine, and this is for grade 4, as you can see. And it is, we start with word work 30 to 50 minutes, and we give the teacher resources for that. And then the next 30 to 50 minutes is engaged in complex text. And you can see the reading lessons that can unwrap here, and then you can have the graphic organizers that are available, and then the editable weekly lesson plan. So they can choose from either one of those. We also have the student activities. What we've done is included the anchor charts and any independent reading, and then if there's any assessments to go along with it, we'll have those weekly assessments. For differentiated instruction, we include the tabletop mini lessons here for differentiated instruction. And also we've included the literacy centers, so the students have the practice bundles and the literacy center modules for the teacher to be able to have the students be working while the teacher is doing his or her differentiated instruction. And then we have the writing, and then what we've done is included the writing lessons down here, as well as the anchor charts that are down in here. And so for a teacher to launch one, all they have to do is click on it. Now, what we've also done is also included the scope and sequence of which modules they're actually teaching. So here we'll see that in 5th grade they teach modules 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we skipped the modules that have been skipped in the scope and sequence for New York City. So this is custom designed just for the modules and topics that you are teaching in New York City using the HMH resources. There's also a lesson view that the teachers can access. So and each one of these is a topic worth of lessons. And so maybe they're not always working on the same, every lesson gets moved the same day. So the teacher can see all the lessons that they have. So here's their academic vocabulary lesson, and they can scroll through the 5 lessons. Scroll through the 5 lessons. You can see they can go to each one, and if they want to open up that lesson, all they have to do is click on it, and that lesson will open, and there's a critical vocabulary lesson. So that's kind of how they go about accessing it. And you can see then Engaged Complex Text has 5 lessons for this week. The mini lessons have 1, and the writing has 5. And they can adjust to each one to get them where they want for each one, and they can move back and forth and set it. And then they can open each one of those and click, and then that lesson goes directly to where they want. So that's how they can see those lessons. So that's grades 3, 4, and 5, and a lot of 3 too. Now let's jump to a primary that has Hegarty and Foundations. So we've done for that, and because it's a demo account, it'll ask you to do the login each time, but that's okay. You can just close the box as soon as you see it. The teacher wouldn't have that interface because they wouldn't be having all these grades together. So now that we've into 2nd grade, again, the same thing. We have the modules that New York City is designated for to teach. And then we've set it for module 5 where grade 2 would be. Now, instead of having word work at the top, we put foundational skills 30 to 40 minutes. And you can see we have the Hegarty lessons, the foundations lessons. We have the new concept videos for the week of instruction. So this is unit 6, week 1, day 1. And you can see those. And then you can also see the worksheets. Again, we have the same thing for the lessons for reading with complex text. We have the tabletop mini lessons for differentiated instruction. We have the literacy center activities, and we have the writing lessons down there. We also try to include the family resources letters to include at the beginning of each unit. So that is how, and this also has that view, but since Haggerty and Foundations, like, we can't go exactly to the individual lesson, it's the week's worth of lesson, we don't show it, but we do show the differentiated instruction, the writing, and the engage with complex text. So that's how the ClassHero for reading for New York City. Now let me quickly take you to math. So math, all you have to do is click and go to math, and we put in the illustrative math here, and we have that scope and sequence here. So this is showing you that this is an assignment here that they can have, and you can peruse all the curriculum within the math. Here are all the modules and then the topics that go inside of each module, and you can review each one. So if I wanted to look at this, I could preview it in the preview, and you could see the types of prompts and questions. For math, we're more strategic skill practice at a student's rate and level of learning in line to what the teacher's teaching. Well, reading right now is more of a curriculum organizer. But here you can see all the math problems you have. You can see we use a concrete representation and abstract model. So you see all different types of problems that help kids give fact fluency, procedure fluency, and concept fluency. So that's what you can see for the math, and you can see each one of the grades. I put each one of the grades here for you to review, both the curriculum in math and in English. English language arts. So we also have a dual language one if your district has that, in case they're curious, if they're interested in that, and we use Arriva Lectura as well as into reading for that curriculum. So I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. And that's the overview of HMH and ClassHero for New York City. Thanks, and have a great day.